Maar we gaan nu eerst naar onze volgende gast. En dat gaan we in het Engels doen. We welcome Youssef.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Nice that you are here in the show. And we are going to talk about your work. Tell me, what are you doing?
So my name is Youssef. I'm from Egypt. And I'm a civil engineer, but now I work in the human rights field. I do different projects, but mostly I'm volunteering for the LGBT asylum seekers, for their entertainment, to make activities for them, to connect them, because most of the newcomers or the refugees who just arrived to the Netherlands, they are just lost. They don't know how to start their life here. They don't know other people. So most of my time now, I try to do stuff for the LGBT asylum seekers.
Okay, wow. I think when they go to a different country, it's difficult. But especially if you are a member of the LGBT, is it more difficult or is it maybe a little bit easier?
No, I think for all refugees, the procedure is really tough, stressing and tiring. But for the LGBT community, it's double stressed because they have the same stress from the procedure that every refugee has, but
yes.
Also most of them, they don't feel safe. I'm personally, I'm a gay refugee in the Netherlands, and I passed by this procedure. I didn't feel safe during the first year because I was living with the same community that I ran away from. So I left the Middle East because I didn't feel safe, and I had to deal for almost the whole year with my procedure. I had to live with people from the same culture that I ran away from. So for me, it was really tough.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, because you when you come to the Netherlands, then you go to I don't know what's the procedure. Help me, Will.
Yes, I will. Youssef, I've got the first question that I have. Mm-hmm. How do you come in contact with other refugees?
So,
do you go to the asylum places?
Yeah, I work with the LGBT Asylum Support Organization.
Okay.
And they have contact with COA, the people who are responsible for the refugees in the Netherlands. Yeah. And we ask them whenever there is a new LGBT refugee coming to the refugee camp, as they call it, the ASSA, then we have contact with the new queer member, and then we connect them to the community in their city.
Okay. Back to you. Mm-hmm. So you came to Holland as a refugee from Egypt.
Yeah.
How did you be aware of the fact that there was a queer community that would take care of you?
Okay.
Did they approach you? Do you have to, where you sign in as an asylum seeker, do you need to mark your gender?
Okay, let me start by my story.
Yes, please.
So I lived in Egypt until I'm 24, until I graduated. And I was not actually planning to come to the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. I was, of course, planning to leave Egypt because it was clear that it's not for me because of the dominating hate culture.
Yes.
Not only for the queer people, but for all the minorities. Mm-hmm. And to make it clear, for example, 60% of women who live in Egypt had female genital mutilation.
Yes.
Part of their body has been cut off. Mm-hmm. And this shows how tough the culture can be.
Yeah.
So for me, it was clear that I cannot live in Egypt. And I was waiting until I'm able to leave because I was just a student. I didn't have the money or the opportunity. And then after graduation, I had really hard time, and I decided to go for the first opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I came up with this idea. I booked a flight to Brazil because it's not easy to get visa to Europe if I have Egyptian passport.
Okay.
So I had flight to Brazil, but there's no direct flights. So the flight need to stop somewhere in Europe.
Okay.
That's where I will stay and ask for asylum. But thanks to KLM, the flight was from Egypt, Netherlands, and then Brazil. Okay. But I stayed in Netherlands. I never went to Brazil, and I asked for asylum in the airport.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
And before I came, I didn't know what is asylum, what is the procedure. I didn't really want to bother myself because I was really terrified in Egypt. So I was like, okay, in the Netherlands you will be safe. They will take care of you. So once I arrived, I was like, okay, I'm starting this procedure. I don't know what will happen. But what will happen was not really easy. So in the airport, I went to an officer. I started to panic and cried. I told him I want to ask for asylum. They started my procedure. They put me in prison in Schiphol for 2 weeks. So my first 14 days in the Netherlands, I was in prison. Yeah, but I was like, okay, this is tijdelijk. Okay, I will go out of this prison. I will start my life. Of course, I was crying every day, but 14 days. And then they were like, okay, now it's, we made sure that you came with a real case, real passport, everything's okay. Sorry for the waiting. Now you will start your life. And then they sent me to an AZC in Den Helder.
Okay.
And I remember the first moment I was like,
of all places, Den Helder.
Yeah.
The end of the world. So I remember the first day they opened the door of the apartment for me inside the AZC. And I've seen 7 men from the Middle East. I immediately like I took off my earring.
Yeah.
I was like, how can I just be open? If I could do this, I could stay in Egypt with at least I have my family and my friends.
Yes. Yeah.
So I hide from the first moment because I assume that the people are they didn't have the opportunity to understand the other cultures or
no.
And luckily I did this because later I heard how homophobic the people can be. And
So you had to reach out and tell people that you were gay so that the queer community could look after you. Is that what happened?
What happened that I chose to hide it in the AZC where I was living because of safety.
Okay.
And one day after a week, I've seen a girl with a rainbow mask.
Yeah.
Inside the AZC, and I couldn't stop myself from going to her and talking to her.
Okay.
I told her I'm also gay, and finally I met someone who I belong to, and she was from Georgia. She's also a refugee.
Okay.
So she connected me to other queer people in Den Helder.
Okay.
And she told me about COC. She told me about the LGBT organizations, and that's why I really got inspired from her, and that's what I'm trying to do now for
other people who come in. And you lived for 1 year in Den Helder in the AZC?
Yeah, I lived there for 1 year, and I think.
But still, again, for 1 year in fear, or could you be yourself there?
No, I actually couldn't. I have this also very short story to show how extreme people can be.
Yeah.
So my roommate, he was really homophobic. And one day this girl with the rainbow mask, she visited me in the room. And he asked her, are you lesbian? She said yes. He said, it's okay, it's a free country, we love everyone. After she went away, he told me, don't you ever invite those people again. Those people are diseased.
Oh my God.
And she used his lighter. He took the lighter with a tissue and he threw it in the trash. And he told me I will never sit on the seat where she sat.
Okay.
This was my roommate for a year.
Oh my God. Yeah, and you can never be yourself. You can, because then you're the topic of the day and you won't be safe in your room. And you was not able to ask for another place to stay?
So I was actually hearing stories of other people who got attacked.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, at least I'm not physically attacked.
Yeah.
At least the people can talk to me and I can talk to my neighbors in the AZC. So I was like, my situation is still better than others. I was following the news and I've seen how many LGBT refugees are getting killed actually.
Mm-hmm.
And getting attacked and stabbed here in the Netherlands.
Here in the Netherlands, yes.
So I was like, okay, it's just temporary. I'm always trying to give myself hope.
Yeah.
But
And how long are you now here in the Netherlands?
Now 3 years and 1 month.
Okay. Oh, you're still counting the months. Yes. And you're glad you took the journey, and now you're here. You're feeling safe.
Of course, I cannot compare it to Egypt.
No.
I feel really free and happy in the Netherlands. In Egypt, being
But I
gay
feel a
is a
bad
crime.
coming. It is not
yeah.
100% feeling safe.
I'm really not satisfied about the integration process for the people. So, as I told you, when I came and I've seen the other refugees, I feel sorry for them because of their situations. If someone is coming from a country with war or disasters, I really feel sorry for the people. But I don't see any integration here for the people. As I told you, for example, in Egypt, 60% of women had female genital mutilation. Okay, if someone is coming from Egypt for another reason, not queer, why they don't educate them about female genital mutilation? Why they don't tell them about gender equality? Why they don't tell them to respect the LGBT community? Because I didn't run away from aliens. I ran away from a culture.
Yeah.
And when I see people here with the same culture, I just feel that I need to do something, and the society here need to do something.
But now I'm going to say something to you. It doesn't make you happy, but we are from the Netherlands and we are fighting this fight every day because we have the same problem. They don't accept us either. But I can imagine for you that's extra difficult because you are in a different country, you don't know anyone. And then, the question, why don't they tell us about this? Yeah. I think I'm making the wrong conclusion. I'm looking to Willem.
No,
but I think we have the same problem still when we live here.
And it's gradually getting worse with our new government. Our community rights are being dissolved. So it's getting worse. But on a happier note, so you take care of refugees. And so what do you do with them?
So, for example, here in Haarlem, there is a boat, and I'm in contact with COA.
Yeah.
Whenever there is a new member, because mostly people will go to COA and tell them we're queer. Can you connect us to people? So we got their contact. We connect them to the other LGBT community in Haarlem. I work also with my neighbor and friend Anna. She's also very active in that topic. So what we do is we try to connect people together.
Yeah.
We inform them if there is any activity or about the prides. We try also to give them train tickets to join the prides, to do any activity to just go out of this refugee atmosphere, because they have nothing to do there. There is no entertainment at all. They are not able to work, able to and the money they got is just enough for food.
Yeah,
that's it. So
yeah.
Okay, and you say I give them tickets to Pride. So you pay that yourself?
No, we try to get funding from the LGBT organizations or from the gemeente.
Okay, and they help you?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really.
You need more.
Yeah.
You need more. The organization, you are the organization, or it is a big organization in whole the Netherlands?
So I'm working with LGBT asylum support. This is like kind of a big organization, but also me with my neighbor Anna.
Yeah.
We have this small organization. It's not really official. We try to do activities here in Haarlem for the LGBT newcomers. We had Christmas dinner, for example, last year, and it was really amazing. The comments you hear from the people, they are like, we feel that we have family here, and this is also inspiring for me.
Yeah. Okay. And how big is the community here in Haarlem of the rest?
We have around 25 people.
20. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And if you organize an event, how do you reach those 25 people?
So we have a WhatsApp group.
You have a group?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it a public group or is it underground?
No, it's private WhatsApp group.
It's a private WhatsApp
group.
Yeah,
also like last week, one of our friends got the Dutch residence.
Yeah.
And we are planning to celebrate very soon. So we're gonna make a party for the person. And we're gonna invite all the 25 people. That's the kind of activities we try to do.
That's what you try to do.
Yeah.
And if a new refugee comes to Haarlem to the boat, and you talk to him or her.
Yeah.
Do you add them to the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, many people have questions about the procedure. So they don't know. They don't expect the questions from the E&A. And we try to give them to tell them what kind of questions they will get asked. Also, how to prepare their evidence, because the interview with E&A is not that easy, and sometimes they ask.
It's
really
very difficult to make evidence, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great that you can help them to tell them what to do, because you can tell me I'm gay, but how can you prove it? It's you don't go on your knees. Family show. Sorry, Willem.
I remember a very weird question. So I was telling in my interview with A&A, I told them that a friend of mine in Egypt got arrested, and he went to prison for 3 years.
Yeah.
And he was a doctor. They took his license when they knew that he's gay, and his family was paying money monthly to the police just not to tell the other prisoners that he's gay. Otherwise, they could kill him or rape him in the prison.
Oh, really?
And I was crying while telling the story of my friend. And the E&A interviewer, he interrupted me and he said, "We don't want to hear what happened to your friend. We want to know what happened to you."
Yeah.
And I was like, should I wait until I get killed and then I come here and ask for asylum? Like, it was really inhumane for me, the kind of questions.
Yeah, I'm
shocked.
Yeah, me too. We have so much work to do, not only in the Netherlands but worldwide. And every time somebody comes in our show, tells his or her story, it's always so gives me a lot of impact. Makes me very sad. And I'm glad you're here for those people. You can help them. How can people reach to you? Do you have
Instagram?
Instagram.
Yeah, Youssef Abul Macht.
We will put it online later on.
Is that okay with you?
When it's okay. Yeah. So people can reach out to you.
Can I make a compliment?
Yeah.
Yes. What touched me the most is that you try to put the procedure that you went through, the year, and the questionnaires and the interviews, that you try to put that in something good by helping newcomers with advice. I applaud you for that. That's really something.
Thank you. Also try to raise awareness for the Dutch people. I give gastles in middelbare school.
Okay.
And I remember one day I was in Ardenhout, in the school in Ardenhout, and I just try to inspire the kids from my story. And after the lecture, one kid came to me and he told me, I was actually thinking that this pride and the rainbow flags are just propaganda.
Yeah.
And after your lecture, I promised that I will hang a rainbow flag in my balcony. When I was cycling back home, I was crying. And it was rainy. I was just volunteering to do this kind of lecture, but I was like, it's worth it. It's really worth it. If one kid changed his mentality, it's enough for me.
Yes. That's a happy note. That's a nice ending.
It is really a nice ending.
Thank you.
Youssef, I want to thank you that you're here in our show and tell about a little bit of your life and the work you do. Keep going with this work. You do really, really good work. Thank you so much for being here.